Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is Geordie, and finally, welcome to my Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2010 Remastered review. So, first of all, guys, I want to apologize for how late this is out. I know it's been like over a month since the game came out, of course, but I've been really busy. And I think now, finally, after about 5 episodes of me playing this, I think I'm ready to put out a review, what I think about the game. I think I've played enough. So, let's start with a little prologue, shall we? When Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2010 came out, I was 8 years old. And I wasn't really too hyped over it. Mainly because there was no story, okay? That is a cutback for this game, for me personally, right away. Because I am the type of gamer where I like my stories in my racing games, okay? And since Hot Pursuit 2010 doesn't have that, that takes away, straight away, my motivation to want to beat the game, you know? But I went into the remaster with a new frame of mind, okay? I saw the trailer, that cringy 510 trailer not included, but I saw the gameplay trailer and the game looked really good. It reminded me, and a lot of people, of Rivals. And I didn't like Rivals when it came out, but of course, when I replayed it a couple years ago and recently, I'm liking Rivals a lot now. So I thought, hey, maybe I should give Hot Pursuit 2010 another chance since it's getting remastered now. So that's what I did. And boy, was I and a lot of people misleaded and completely disappointed. Let's start off with the main issue. This is a poor excuse of a remaster. It's almost the exact same game. There's really not that many differences between the remaster and the original game. If you guys want a fully concise video, go check out Soft Drink TV's video on Need for Speed Hot Pursuit Remastered. I will leave the video in the description and the comments below. All you gotta do is click the link and you can watch that. It's a pretty good video. Also for the comparisons as well, I forgot the channel name that did it, but I will put that video down below, of course, as well, where the dude did the comparison of the original Hot Pursuit 2010 game and the remaster. So pretty much, there's really not that much difference. In some aspects, the game actually looks worse. But it's the graphics, okay? They look almost exactly the same. And I mean, let's be real, Hot Pursuit 2010's graphics have always been really good, okay? It holds up even today. But that's the graphics. Everything else in the game is utterly outdated. And by the way, this isn't a remaster by any stretch of the means. A remaster would be games like The Last of Us Remaster, the Spyro Reignited Trilogy, the Crash Bandicoot games that got remastered, the Insane Trilogy, whatever it was called. Those are remasters, okay? This is a port. There is a difference between a port and a remaster. People are getting charged up to 40 quid, £40 for this game, okay? In dollars, it's like $30 to $40 in for consoles, and I think that is just, it's horrendous. They really shouldn't be doing that. But I mean, what can you say? It's EA, you know? What did we honestly expect? A game that was actually going to be a remaster? No, of course not. They're lazy as balls. They probably didn't even plan on making it until this year alone. And it's also the wrong remaster. Like, they shouldn't have remastered this game. And I know what you Hot Pursuit fanboys are gonna, like, say in the comments, whatever, or are thinking right away, oh, he's gonna say that you should have remastered Underground, or Most Wanted, Carbon, or, I mean, Hot Pursuit 2, I don't know, that would have been the better game, okay, if you really had to remaster a Hot Pursuit game. Why is it gotta be the worst one? Why? I would much prefer Need for Speed 3 get the remaster over Hot Pursuit 2010 because, again, I didn't like the game as a child. I actually liked, and I don't know how I'm going to say this because it's swapped around now because I can't stand the game now, but I actually played Shift more than Hot Pursuit 2010 back in the day. Hot Pursuit 2010 really wasn't all that big for me. Again, I never played it that much because I just didn't like it. The game is severely outdated. You can feel it in the handling model that I thought they'd improved the delays or something, but it feels like the handling model delays a bit. It feels a bit slow going around the corners, slow to react to what you're pressing or whatever. It feels that way. The rubber banding is all over the place, and I mean that is the same for the Underground games, but this is meant to be a remaster. The character in the car looks downright last generation, obviously, but they really should have replaced that. Or maybe, I don't know, ported in the character customization from Heat. I think that would have been a pretty cool idea as well. They really haven't improved much. A lot of YouTubers have been bigging up the multiplayer, which I think is completely and utterly unjustified, because it's not even that good. Okay, I'm sorry, the multiplayer just isn't that good. It's pretty bad. It's not bad, but it's painfully average. The only good part about the multiplayer is Most Wanted. That is a pretty good minigame, or whatever you would want to call it. Now, don't get me wrong, this isn't a video hating on Hot Pursuit 2010. It's just, this is the wrong game to remaster. And the fact that it's a bad remaster, it's not even a remaster, the fact that it's just a port makes me hate on it even more. And I'm sorry for that. But EA cannot be allowed to get away with this, and it hasn't surprised me that the game is already kind of dead already, you know? I don't see YouTube videos being made on this anymore at the rate that it was before and at the time of the game's release. It's only been a month, and the game's died quicker than Payback, you know? So, I don't know. I mean, some of you might have differing opinions on that. Maybe that's my YouTube recommended. But to be fair, I follow a lot of YouTubers. Straight Up Hippo, Black Panther, Kuru. I haven't seen much content on this game from them in the last few weeks at all. I think I've seen like one video, and that was from Panther. So there's literally nothing going on for this game anymore. And the reviews, I mean, obviously they've been amazing. It's IGN. They've always given lackluster Need for Speed games, you know, a good score. But Hot Pursuit 2010, it felt, I mean, I guess it's kind of justified. I personally didn't like it, but a lot of you guys that may be watching, and a lot of other Need for Speed fans liked Hot Pursuit 2010, and that is completely fine. But IGN's review for this remaster in particular is kind of shitty, to be honest. Like, especially the little line, and Soft Drink TV mentioned this in his as well, the little line that IGN puts near the end: Need for Speed Hot Pursuit Remastered feels as good as it did in 2010. Excuse me? It should be better, okay? I'm sorry, it should feel better. It's a remaster, and they honestly should have done more with the multiplayer. Quite frankly, this was the worst game, and also, not the worst game, but like, the worst choice. I get it, okay? You don't have the resources to remaster old black box games anymore. Sure, whatever. Apart from one, you can remaster The Run. A lot of people would have liked that. But what you should have done is put the games in a bundle. You should have put the games in a bundle. Can you imagine this? Because you can do this, EA, with the game engine. You're just so lazy with it. Hot Pursuit Remastered with the same game engine as Paradise, I'm pretty sure. The Run with the Frostbite engine, which they have access to, obviously. They still use it to this day. And Most Wanted 2012, which would have been absolutely perfect because of the multiplayer. The thing with Need for Speed Heat, and to be fair, I hate to say this because I love 2015, but the multiplayer for 2015, Payback and Heat was abysmal. For Heat, there wasn't even competitive multiplayer, you know? So we needed something with the multiplayer that was engaging, that was better than what this game has to offer. Most Wanted 2012 has arguably the best multiplayer out of any racing game ever. Period. That should have been the game to remaster. That would have been the perfect game to remaster, because we have been crying out for a decent multiplayer for years now. And Most Wanted 2012 would have been perfect to fill the gap between Heat and the next game. Or put it in a bundle with The Run and Most Wanted 2012. It ain't that difficult. Like, you wouldn't have even had to do a proper remaster. Just port the games over like you did with this. And I wouldn't be so mad. I'd actually be happy. I wouldn't even play Hot Pursuit 2010. I'd be doing a playthrough of the run. And I'd be doing live streams on Most Wanted 2012 multiplayer like 24/7. Because that game was a huge part of my childhood. I mean, I played a lot of Need for Speeds in my childhood. But I genuinely played... Like, Carbon might be my favourite in the series. But I genuinely played Most Wanted 2012 more than 05. Simply because, I mean, let's be honest, Most Wanted 2005, as good as it is, has a bit of a boring progression. You cannot lie to me. It's the same thing 15 times. That's why I think Carbon is better. I'm going to have people biting my head off for that, aren't I? Whatever. This is about this game, and it's a shitty remaster. And to be fair, the last episode I did on it was the first time I'd actually had genuine fun on the game for quite some time. Because, I mean, I had fun in the first episode, but in the second, third, and fourth, I was forcing myself to play the game at this rate. Like, I was forcing myself to play it just to get the views. And to be fair, the views aren't even that good. Like, I don't even have much of a reason to continue playing. I'm going to continue playing for the people who want to see it, of course. And personally, I want to beat the game anyway. But the game has died straight away because... People know this is a poor remaster, and they just don't care about it anymore. And I think the community's moved on from games like this, okay? I'm sorry. Hot Pursuit 2010 is a decent game, but it's outdated. It has no story to it, okay? And I know all racing games don't need story. There's a lot of players like me. Black Panther is exactly like me in that aspect as well. He didn't like Hot Pursuit 2010 for the exact same reason. Same with Most Wanted 2012. But at least Most Wanted 2012 had the decency to give you a progression board, you know, the little blacklist, Most Wanted list, and work your way up, you know? At least you knew where you, like, at least it had that progression thing. Whereas with this game, it's just completing races. That's all. And I've been doing that for years on the last 3 Need for Speed games. Especially with Heat. I was playing the crap out of Heat for 7 months after the game had released. All I've been doing is races. And when I'm doing the same thing in Hot Pursuit 2010, it's really not... It ain't good. It's not what I want to do. And I'm going to force myself to play the game simply because I'm a YouTuber. And because I want to provide YouTube videos of Hot Pursuit Remastered. Because it's the newest Need for Speed game. But people just don't care about it. I have gotten more views on Need for Speed Payback. And I did my first playthrough of Payback this year too. I got more views on Need for Speed Payback than I did with Hot Pursuit Remastered. And that's supposed to be a new game. If that doesn't show you people don't care about the game, I don't know what will. And that might just be my views. But I've noticed it with other people's as well. People just don't care. The only people who wanted this remaster in the first place were the Hot Pursuit fanboys. And I'm not even talking just Hot Pursuit fanboys, because you guys would have wanted Hot Pursuit 2. I wanted Hot Pursuit 2 more than 2010. But 2010, because Criterion and they have a hold of the game engine, I understand, truly, I do. But you could have put in so much more effort in. Hell, I don't know why I didn't mention this earlier. Maybe instead of doing all these remasters... or well, doing this remaster, like, either put Hot Pursuit 2010, The Run, and Most Wanted 2012 in a bundle, or maybe, when Criterion's working on the next game, maybe get Stellar Entertainment to actually put updates into Heat, because, oh my god, I would have preferred that over this remaster, this lazy-ass remaster, any day. We were promised, well, not kind of promised, but we were teased 4 more Black Market updates in the game files after the Black Market update. And what did we get? We just got crossplay. And we've got crossplay in Hot Pursuit 2010, but quite frankly, nobody cares. Actually, crossplay is the only reason that the servers can get anywhere near filled up, like the lobbies in the multiplayer races. It's abysmal. The multiplayer, I've not been in one full lobby since the game came out, you know? Most Wanted 2012 would have been the perfect game to remaster, and I know they'll probably do it in 2022, and they better, because that game's multiplayer was top notch, and that's the game they should have remastered like this year, 10th anniversary of Hot Pursuit or not, it was just the wrong game to remaster. The game feels outdated. I don't know how many times I've said that, but the handling is just, there's something off about it. And the rubber banding, that's always outdated. I like the game as a challenge, but sometimes it's a bit too much. And the fundamental issues lie mostly when playing as a cop. Don't even get me started on Interceptor. I get it. Racers in online games can U-turn and get away, but it does it at a realistic pace where you can catch up. Whereas in the single player, when you're doing Interceptor events and they U-turn on you, they rubber band away from you so quickly that you can barely keep up. And don't even get me started on when they use the jammer. Oh my god, they just escape. Just like that. I had a particular event in my live stream, I think it was the last one, where the dude just kept getting away over and over again. And then people have a go at me for, not being that good at a game. There's only so much I can do when I've played the game this much at this rate. Obviously, I'm not going to be the best in the world at a game just yet, even though I've only played like 5 game sessions of it, which is another big thing. I've really been forced myself to play this game 5 times. I've played it 5 times, 5 game sessions since it came out, and it's been over a month. Come on, this game wasn't the proper remaster. It just wasn't. It really, I haven't been enjoying it, you know, and a lot of other people haven't either, and a lot of people see through it, and it just shows that EA are not learning from their mistakes. People don't want this as a Need for Speed game anymore. Sure, it's a good memory, but like a lot of games, if Underground got the port, I'd say the exact same thing. Even maybe Carbon, as much as I adore that, some things, if you aren't going to remaster them, if you're just going to port them, then they should just stay in the past. Okay? Hot Pursuit 2010 is one of those games. The Run, arguably, may be one of those games. Most Wanted 2012 would have been the proper one. Most Wanted 2012, quite frankly, should have been ported over to this generation when the generation started. I mean, last generation, technically, because PS5 and Xbox Series X, or whatever it's called, is out now, you know? Instead of doing Rivals, they should have just put over Most Wanted 2012. I think that would have been the better decision, but I digress. Can't change it now. It's in the past. And Hot Pursuit 2010 is also in the past. If you aren't going to properly remaster it, just don't release it. Like, why? It's a waste of money. I'm going to tell you guys, is it worth buying? Yes and no. It can be fun. If you liked Hot Pursuit 2010, then get it, I guess. If you played it on console. But, I mean, if you're playing on Xbox, just do backwards compatibility for Hot Pursuit 2010. That's about it. PS4, I guess, maybe get it if you're really interested. But if you play on PC, ain't worth it. Or you get, I mean, yes, you get the DLC cars, but that's it, you know? You may as well just stick to the original, because from the videos that I put in the description and the comments, they look exactly the same. So, let's recap what they should have done. Either get Stellar Entertainment to do more updates on Heat. That's what they should have done. Too late now. Or they should have put the games in a bundle. Hot Pursuit 2010, The Run, and Most Wanted 2012 with all the DLCs all in one bundle. Maybe even release that full price because it's 3 games. I don't know. That just would have been the better decision. Like, it's so obvious. Why they didn't do that, I don't know. But yeah, rant over. If you want a more concise video as to why I am not very happy and why a lot of other people are not happy with this port remaster, go check out the video I put in the description or the comments from Soft Drink TV. It's really not a memorable name. I keep forgetting it. But yeah, Hot Pursuit Remastered, it's trash. Just a little bonus clip here. I've actually been playing Payback more in the last few weeks than I've played this game. This is actually my least favourite Need for Speed of the generation.